Alright, so this is going to be part 2 of the movie collection. This is where it gets really good, guys. This is where it gets really good. Not to say that the other movies in part 1 weren't good, but yeah, this one's gonna be... So this one's going to be even better. So the first, got Titan. Yeah, this genre, subgenre, little micro-genre, little niche of horror is known as New French Extremity. And it's one of my favorite styles of horror. You'll see later on I have quite a few movies in this genre. Basically, what New French Extremity does is it takes like the most extreme elements with like gore and torture and mixes it with like psychological horror, and usually has some sort of social commentary behind it, and is then just drenched in emotional weight. Yeah, but like I said, you'll see a lot more of this style later on in the video. And moving on, I have this dude, Orgos Lanthimos. I don't know how to fucking say his name, but yeah, this is Dogtooth. Very weird movie. Very weird movie. Definitely some scenes that'll make you feel uncomfortable for sure. Yeah, I think it's called like a Greek weird wave is the genre. And I actually got another one of his movies which more people are probably familiar with, and that is The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Same movie director. Honestly though, I think I've seen this movie, I've definitely seen this movie more, and I saw this movie first, but over the years I think maybe I prefer this movie more. I don't know. But moving on. Classics right here, guys. Evil Dead 1 and 2. Can't go wrong with these ones, that's for sure. Yeah. I mean, what year did these movies come out? Like, late 80s, early 90s. Good shit. Good shit for sure. Next, kind of a random one, but not really, is Ladder 49. Saw this movie when I was a little kid, really, and I've always thought that this Ladder 49's a good movie, or a great movie rather. And next, a Brad Pitt movie, Inglourious Bastards. Yeah, super kind of funny movie. Is it this one with like yeah, look at this. Not sure how well you guys are gonna be able to see this shit. Yeah. But yeah, this, if memory serves me right, there's that one bar scene in this movie, the bar shootout or whatever. I think that's fucking awesome. I love that scene. And next is Law-Abiding Citizen. Great action thriller. Haven't checked it out, please do. It's one of those movies that, like, it makes you think. You know, it's very thought-provoking, I guess. You know, you kind of feel like what would you do if you were in this position? Really good movie. But next, I have Saw, 8 film collection. So it's all the movies. There's actually 16 discs in here, all on DVD, and then all on Blu-ray as well. As far as the Saw movies go, 1 and 3 are by far my favorites. 2, decent. I think it's good. 4, probably my third favorite. 5, don't really care for. 6, better than 5, but definitely a kind of a letdown. Anything after that I hate, I think is stupid. But yeah, I'd say 1 and 3 are the best. 3 for, like, kind of the lesson, I guess, that the film director's trying to teach people, and 1 for just the raw grit. Once you get into the territory of kind of just having the traps as, I don't even know where I was going with that, but I don't know. I think a lot of people watch the Saw movies for the gore and the traps, and for me, that's never, to me, that's never been what the Saw movies have been about, for me at least. For me, it's the lessons that the film director is trying to teach. So yeah, like I was saying, once you get into that, like, theatrical kind of like, what's the coolest trap? Wow, dude, that kill was so cool. What a cool trap that was. It's like, yeah, I check out. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that, because, like I said, it's not about the traps. It's about the lessons that are taught through the traps. But yeah, like I said, Saw 1 and 3, by far my favorite, and I think I already said this. 3 for the emotional kind of impact and the lesson, and 1 for just that, like, raw grittiness. And next set of films I have here is similar to Saw. It's for that same fan base, and that's Hostel 1, 2, and 3. Now, 1 and 2 are directed by Eli Roth, and I believe 3 has a different director. And the third movie is definitely my least favorite. not that Hostel 3 is a bad movie, but I think it loses a lot of its kind of like that grit. Yeah, I mean, if I had to decide, between Hostel 1 and 2, which one's my favorite? I don't know, honestly. I like both. I like 1 because you're kind of in the perspective of the tortured, and 2, you're kind of looking through the lens of the elite of the torturer. Yeah, I also really like the social commentary in this. You got these Americans, I believe, and they're traveling to Europe, I believe, and yeah, kind of just this whole idea of ignorant tourism and ignorant traveling, and you know, like, you should be careful where you go, and don't be ignorant, don't be stupid, maybe know a little bit about the place before you go there. And there's more to it for sure. But next film, guys. Next film is the 20... What year did this shit come out? 2022? I don't know. Sometime in the 2020s. All Quiet on the Western Front. Whew. The trench scene, or not the trench scene, but the scene where he hops into the little hole from the artillery explosion, I guess it's from, and he stabs the French soldier, and then he tries to save his life after stabbing him, because he realizes that behind the uniform is just another man like he is, trying to survive, trying to fight for his country. That's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite war movie scenes of all time. What else was I gonna say here? I like how it kind of shows the perspective of the officers and the enlisted soldiers, and how it's really two completely different worlds. Literally one of my favorite movies. There's no see, I also own the original one, All Quiet on the Western Front, from the 1930s, black and white film, obviously. And what I've always loved about All Quiet on the Western Front is, with a lot of war movies, tend to kind of romanticize war in a way, with the whole glory aspect, and like what I was saying, what I like about with All Quiet on the Western Front, you don't really get any of that. It's just straight fucking brutality. Nothing good comes out of it at the end. And next is Come and See. Kind of similar in what I was just saying with All Quiet on the Western Front, how there's no like romanticization with war. It's just straight fucking brutality. come and see. Kind of has the same thing. It's about not Russia, but one of those surrounding countries or whatever during World War II that was invaded by Nazi Germany. It's about the little boy who he's excited to join the resistance for his country, and soon finds out that war isn't fun and games. There's no excitement to it. And not that I'm to say anything, I've never been in combat before, but yeah, you see him age like 10 fucking years in just a day. And the guy who made this movie, if I recall correctly, his father was actually involved in one of these villages that got invaded by Nazi Germany in World War II. And yeah, I believe, if I recall correctly, when the movie first came out, 1985, I believe, there were people leaving the movie theater in ambulances just because of how fucking brutal this movie is. And the film director said that all these stories are true, that his father had told him, but he used the least horrifying stories because he said if he put the most intense, nobody would watch the film. It would be too fucking brutal. But yeah, it's considered a war movie, a World War II movie. But me personally, I've always considered it to be a horror film. You'll watch it and you'll see why. Very bare bones, minimalism, great stuff. And next movie I got is Martyrs. You know, there's a remake of this movie, which I have seen, which was... Why do you need to remake something that's already a fucking masterpiece? But yeah, I got the unrated version. Another new French Extremity movie. Yeah, great movie. If you're a horror movie fanatic, I'm sure you've probably come across or heard of Martyrs before. And now we're getting into the last three movies, guys. Last three are also new French Extremity. And first one I got is Frontiers. Man, dude, the French know how to make some intense fucking movies. I can say that for sure. Yeah. This movie's fucking intense. Like, it's intense. So yeah, I mean, if you haven't seen it, check it out for sure. Yeah, really good movie. And next movie, I was kind of debating whether or not I should show it, only because it's a movie that I would never recommend to somebody to watch, especially if you're emotionally sensitive. And that is Gaspar Noé. Gaspar Noé's. His film Irreversible. I've seen it once. It's the only movie that I've ever watched where I've felt so sick that I've had to pause it and leave the room and take a break. Super fucked up movie, but it definitely hits. It hits emotionally for sure. If you can handle the sheer brutality of it. Again, I really don't recommend watching it. And now that I say that, of course, everyone's gonna go check it out. But yeah, just use caution. And like I said, if you have a weak stomach or you're sensitive, don't bother. And the last movie I have, guys, is another Gaspar Noé movie. First one I actually saw by him, and also the movie that got me into New French Extremity, and that is Enter the Void. Yeah, again, like one of my favorite movies of all time. When I first saw this film, 15 or 16 maybe 17, I don't know. But I was not, I wasn't, I had been if you know what I mean. I'm not sure if I can say it on YouTube, but I had been and I wasn't, clear-minded. So seeing the visuals in this during that was like that was an experience. That was a fucking experience. But yeah, basically this guy, drug dealer, living in Japan, goes out, stealing drugs, gets killed by the police, and the whole movie is like him, it's like a replay of his entire life, and kind of shows you like the events that led him to go down this kind of lifestyle, this dirty lifestyle. The thing when I first watched it, the scene where he gets shot by the police, I was thinking like, okay, is he tripping? Or is he like actually dying? And yeah, you find out in the end what happens, and yeah, sorry, it's already been like almost 30 minutes, and I mean, I could talk about most of these movies for a lot longer, but there's already a part 1. Like I said, we're coming around the 25-30 minute mark here, and most of my videos are pretty short. So yeah, I mean, that's the movie collection, guys. That's gonna be this is the final part. Got no more movies to show you, but yeah, I hope you liked this series. Just something a little bit different for the channel, and yeah, you'll probably see this part 2. Probably gonna upload it like 2 weeks after I upload the first one, so you guys get a little bit of metal content in between. But yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.